first reason, I had never worked in Serbia, and I really like to come to a new country and discover a new world and so it was a reason to discover a country. And the second reason, more complicated, more political, Serbia is outside of Europe, but you are European, you are here, and Serbia is outside the narrative of the West, of NATO and whatever, and I don't believe much in these narratives. I don't believe much in that there are bad enemies and not enemies, and so I wanted to come to Serbia to feel what was the situation in just a few days, and I am very pleased that I have done it. I was very pleased.
She was a fast machine, she kept promoting her queen. She was the best dang woman that I ever seen. She had the sightless eyes of telling me no lies, and knocking me out with them American thighs.
How did you decide to come here to Novi Sad?
We were talking about this earlier, and we very much enjoy seeing places that we have never seen before. That is one of the very good things about being a musician for a living is that we get the opportunity to do what most people never get the opportunity to do, which is to go see a lot of places in the world and have somebody there waiting for you who wants you to be there with a camera and a microphone and will buy you beer. So we had never been to Serbia, and when we had the offer to come and play, we said, what do they drink in Serbia? Let's go find out.
I made a decision, and I'm happy that I managed to do this. No, I really love Serbia and this town, and so I was very happy to come. And I hope next year to come again. I don't know how, because for the same festival it can be strange if you come 3 times. Maybe I cut my mustache, I change my name, and do something different. I will try to come.
Ja radim kao ataše za kulturu u američkoj ambasadi u Beogradu. Zbog toga počeo sam moj posao i prošle godine u julu. Živimo u Beogradu sa mojom porodicom, sa mojom decom. Volim život ovde, hranu, kulturu, sve i volim rad također. I zato što moj posao je najbolji posao u ambasadi, zato što moj posao je da radimo sa vama, sa ljudima u Srbiji, da izgradimo mostovi između naša dva naroda prema muzike, umjetnosti i programi za sportove za mladi ljudi.
Evo, ja sam bio na festivalu Zagreb i tamo ja sam upoznao neki cura i postao je kao moj žena na kraju. Da.
I tako ste progovorili srpsko-hrvatski jezik i odlučili da živite u Zagrebu.
Da.
Dirty, stuff dirt cheap, dirty, stuff dirt cheap, dirty, stuff dirt cheap, dirty deeds and done dirt cheap, dirty deeds and done dirt cheap.
Tell me something about your impressions about last night.
People. Many people. It was very exciting for me to see thousands of people in this square, maybe 10,000 people. It was fantastic.
Super su bio nastup, da. Mislim, tu ljudi ima puno energije i to je vrlo, kak se kaže, bitno za performance, da.
Well, last night it was really a very nice time, because I did my performance souvenirs, which with many people of Novi Sad that were involved through a workshop, and my impression was great because really all the people were curious because the audience had to participate to this. Performance, and they came, they enjoyed. And for me it was, sorry, can I repeat it? Because I've bumped into the microphone, so.
A kako ste odlučili da se bavite ovim poslom?
Bio sam u školu, naučio sam žongliranje iz knjige i onda moj zadnji godine škole u Brisbane u 1988 godine, to je bio World Expo 88. I tamo je bio puno ulični zabljevači, žongleri, akrobacije, sve svašta. I ja sam otišao tamo skoro svaki drugi dan i naučio sam više stvari. I poslije školu bio je šansa da ja ću biti električar. Ali ja sam vidio ovo, ljudi koji došao iz cijeli svijet u Brisbane i ja sam mislio, to je bolji posao, vjerovatno.
I did not decide to do this job because my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, all my family always performed in circus and sometimes in the street. And so I was born into this, and in fact I was lucky, and I am continuing a tradition that is very old, maybe 160, 170 years tradition in my family.
I have a particular background because I come from filmmaking. I did also books on cinema, and then as an artist I work with collage, with assemblage. I do many different things. And since maybe I'm not working anymore with documentaries, which was one thing that I really loved, in my art I lack the relationship with people, meeting people and sharing things together. And so now I'm maybe working in putting all my experience together and find a new way. And so that the result are performance like Souveniri, the one that I did here. Which are really experimental and challenging for me because it's a really new thing.
Being from Nashville, there are lots of musicians in Nashville, and one of the ways that you get work and get jobs is that you go out to the bars in the evenings and everybody plays in these groups together that just get together that night. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's how I met Jake, was just from, he was the guy playing bass one night when I was playing fiddle. And we got to be friends, and we got the band together that way, really. As it was kind of an accident. Most good things in life are an accident.
How do you design your show?
This is very complicated. You are a journalist, and I am a journalist too. I like studying people. I like learning about situations, and I try to base my shows on facts, and then become crazy. And even a duck in a world where everybody is aggressive, to create a show around a big duck is to show that innocence and friendship and playfulness is maybe more important than aggression.
I have to say that I don't plan anything, and my brain works like this for maybe also for months, and then in a few minutes I really can catch the idea.
Ima puno žongliranje u show i puno participacije od ljudi iz audience. Ima djece asistent i 3 muškarci. Na moj finali imam stup velike 3 metra i gore je neki mala stolica gore. I muškarci drži ovo konop. I ja idem gore i napravim stoj na rukama i onda stanem gore i žongliram 4 zapaljene bakle.
We did do a song in Finnish, in Finland. It's a drinking song. It's Jordan Vina, Tulan Visa Vixenine. And we did a song in Norwegian, which is and we've done a song in German, Schnaps, das war sein letztes Wort, dann trugen ihn die Englein fort. You know, we will try. If we play many shows in a country, we will try to do a song in that language. But it must be a drinking song.
You know, for now, I can give you Serbian guitar picks. These are mine because I play guitar.
All right.
So I have guitar picks.
I played a show with it tonight.
In which countries you were also during your performance?
Well, I've been in Portugal, here in Serbia the last year, and also in the United States, and in London, so I work a little bit around, and so that's a nice way to meet people.
Perform very much in many festivals. I was last week in Mexico, in the capital, performing in the streets. I have performed in Pakistan, and I have performed in Africa, and so I want to perform on the street. I perform in theater also, and I also perform in TV. But for me, the street is maybe the most important place because it's the real contact with people. And this festival, be it music and also Circus Festival, has this philosophy of being close to the people, of being also family entertainment. And I think that to have families outside in the street and not watching TV and not watching football or whatever is a very important issue.
Play outside streets in a festival, in
England,
a theater.
Scotland, Czech Republic, Norway, Denmark, Germany. Yeah. America, all over the world. Yeah, but never in Serbia before. This has really been an interesting day.
Yeah,
it's been we drove down here from Austria today and drove across Croatia, and I really thought we were going to get more shit at the border.
Yeah.
The guy at the Serbian border, he looks at our passports. He goes, "Oh, are you musicians?" We said, he said, "You're going to play at the festival in Novi Sad." We said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, have fun. Okay, have fun."
Da li je ovaj festival poseban po nečemu? Odnosno na sve te?
Da, mislim zbog ovog lijepog grad, mislim ovo dobro mjesto, znaš, meni imam dobro osjećaj kad idem do Novi Sad, uvijek ne znam šta je, ali nešto tu je dobro za mene. 1, 2, 3.
In the philosophy, no, it's not so different. What is different is maybe, again, the reality of Serbia. Is less commercialism than in other countries. Sometimes you are performing in the street and then there is Pepsi Cola and whatever all around, and too much commercial feeling and losing the innocence. And so I felt that this was more real and more true and less commercial, which is I like.
What is the magic about when we talk about street performance? What do you like the most?
I think street performance, street art has a certain philosophy that people are all the same, that you cannot choose your audience, and so you have to be a little bit humble and to be true, because if you are not true and you are not humble, people won't react and people won't join. And so I think for an artist it's very important to be humble and to be open.
Možeš doći na cest i ništa je tu, imam kofe, možeš samo izvaditi stvari i u 10 minuta će biti 200 ljudi oko tebi i na kraju 40 minuta svi su imali veliki osmijeh i otišao srećan. To je fora.
Magic of street performance is to be able to see the people in their eyes, is to be able to improvise, is also to be not to ask anything from the people. You cannot tell the people in the theater. The people have to be quiet. They have to be sitting. They have to respect. You cannot ask for respect in the street. You have to earn it. If you are good, then people are quiet. If you are funny, then the people laugh. But there is no obligation because the street is free for everybody. And so I like this. It's very honest. It's an honest place to do a show.
In the work I've been doing in Bulgaria before coming here in Serbia 10 days ago, I also asked to the people of a small village to give me an object and tell me a story. And the first person that I met was a very old woman. which opened the door of her house, dressed in traditional dress, in a very ceremonial way, and I asked her, please, could you give me an object that really tells something of your life? And she was 87, and she told me, well, my life is not in object, but in songs. And she started singing traditional songs with a very passionate voice. And so it changed my project, because I understood that we are not talking about objects, we are talking about stories.
Evo, ja mogu reći, poslije jednu show u Zagreb, tučeo mi policija, bez veze. Zbog previše pitanje. Ja sam imao pitanje i počelo je nešto grozno, ali to je samo jedan put.
When I began, after I was in Circus for many years, and then I started to work in the streets, and in the middle of my show, a man fell off a bicycle, not near my show. And everybody left me and went to see the man who fell from the bicycle. And I thought, the day I can do a show so strong and somebody falls from the bicycle and nobody looks and everybody stays watching me, that will be when I will be a great artist. And to be stronger than even an accident. This is, for me, what art should be. Art should be strong enough so that the people stay to watch you, even if somebody falls from the bicycle.
But I would like to ask you about your necklace.
My
so
necklace.
What is so special about it?
There is a story about this, because I don't know. It's a period in my life in which I'm maybe changing something. Also, this performance, this approach is something new to me. And before doing this travel, I'm coming from Bulgaria, where I had an art residency in which I'm working on this kind of performance and trying to find this kind of relationship with the people. And before leaving, I put this necklace on, and this is a red coral, and it was from the house of my parents that now have changed the house, and they moved to a new house after 40 years of an house in which I was born. And I put that because I felt it was appropriate. And then I discovered that the red coral brings good luck, and it's a good wish for a new life.
Can you tell me what you like here? Is there anything that you can notice?
In a way, you are a small country fighting against big countries, and we are circus artists, and street artists are small artists fighting against the industry, fighting against big business, fighting against the big situations, and fighting against big American companies. So, in a way, I think street artists have a Serbian way of thinking in a certain style. We are proud people, and you are proud people, and so I think that there are certain things that we have in common.
The friends that I made here are so generous. The hospitality is great. Your town is so refined. You really can find buildings which are gives you a certain kind of gentleness and nobleness, and you have a beautiful river. I also swam into the Dunav last year, and it was great. And so I think it's the whole thing which is very, very, very nice.
Što se tiče života u Srbiji, i volimo sve i ja sam vrlo srećni da imamo i moju decu ovde. I moja kćerka, ona je učila neki srpski jezik, ona kaže hoću još sladoled i tako dalje. I zbog toga za mene to je odlično iskustvo da budem deo zajednice ovde i to je moj posao također.
Da li vam predstavlja problem učenja jezika?
Da, nisam dobar student. Ne mogu sjediti s knjigom i ići u neki školu, ne mogu naučiti tako. Samo naučim od život, ne? Samo razgovaram, to je zato ne govorim baš tačno. Da. Ali evo, Ide polako. Možda kad imam 60 godina, pričat ću ja perfektno.
Do you know any Serbian word, maybe?
Of course, the first important word, but maybe in all the world, is živeli.
If you want to get your head shot off, just climb up Kirby Hill. My daddy made corn whiskey up on Kirby Hill, just like his dad before him, man, an old pipe and still. He never took to strangers heading up that way. When you hear him talk about it, this is what it say. If you want to get your eyes knocked out, want to get your fill, want to get your head shot off, just climb up Kirby Hill.
We know,
You know-
piva,
Pivo, okay?
piva, and we know it's important to say thank you, right? Yeah.
You know to say that? Hvala.
Hvala, yeah.
Hvala. You know to say good evening Novi Sad.
No. Good evening.
Dobroveče Novi Sade.
Dobroveče, Novi Sadi.
Dobroveče Novi Sade.
Novi Sadi. You put the Sadi on the end
Yeah.
because you're talking to them.
That's right, that's right.
It's the accusative case.
Yeah.
Moram da kažem, mislim da to je jedan najlepših jezika u svijetu, ali također najtežih. Ali učio sam za posao u Washingtonu i posle počeo sam posao u Beogradu, vozače, taksi i pijace, to je moj čas za jezik i ljudi u ulicama su moji nastavnici.
Plan to come back here someday.
I plan to come back. I'm not sure if Serbia plans to ask me back.
Serbia likes you, I'm sure.
Thank you very much.
I hope so. I'm making a new show, so it's up to the organizers. Probably not next year, but maybe the year after.
And the planet is not very big, you know. Our planet is small. We are all brothers. The borders and separations, I don't like borders and separations. And so this is the message of Circus. When you see a circus tent, you will see always all the flags of the world on the circus tent. Because in fact, circus is an international language, and clowns do not see difference between white, black, yellow, red. All the races are the same.